Hi guys, this is how I scan for stocks. Basically, I need to find stocks and there's several steps. The first step is to scan for stocks that are in the price range and the volume range that I want. I'm looking for a certain price range. I'm looking for a certain volume, because if you don't have a big enough volume, then it's um, if you want to, if you have stock and you want to buy, you've bought stock and you want to sell it, but there's not enough people buying it. You might be stuck with it for a while. So you have to look at volume and you look at price. And the other thing I want to look at, I had to do a custom scan here, is a custom script I wrote. Looks for cyclicity, stocks that are kind of cycling back and forth, up and down, like a sine wave, as well as stocks that have a big enough change in price so that you can make a nice profit. So those are four things I'm scanning for stocks. And once I find those four things, I find a list of stocks. I have to go through them. The second step, which won't be part of this video, but the second step is to find stocks. Look at each of those stocks with my program, with the chart program and everything, and with all the statistics on it, and then find the stocks that the statistics work with. Okay, so first thing I've got is. If you look at when you open up Thinkorswim, you got these tabs that are across the top, chart tabs. The one we want is a scan tab, and now you have to add filters. There's 4 filters on top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the filters I have are for volume. This is the price, the closing price, and the custom filter. Okay. If you want to add a filter, like for instance, I'll show you how to add the volume. You go stock here, it adds a filter, and notice this is the new one that showed up right down here. I don't know why I put a third one instead up there, but put it there. And you click this tab here, and you scroll down until you find volume. You click volume, right? And now you can change the volume to some other whatever volume you want. There, 7. You want stocks that have 7 million shares, and there's 290 stocks that have 7 million shares or greater. I'm going to delete this because I've already created the other one up here. What I'm looking for, volume is sometimes 700,000, sometimes I put 400,000, sometimes I put 1 million there. And the reason for these numbers is, if you buy a stock and now you want to sell it, the price is right, so you want to sell it, and so you put an order to sell it, but there aren't very many people buying or selling it. Let's say there's nobody wants to. You want to sell it, but nobody wants to buy it. You'll be stuck with it. But if you find stocks that say there's 700,000 people are buying and selling stocks, that's called the volume. Then there's a really good chance that if you have 1,000 shares, somebody's gonna want to, for the right price, they'll want to buy it from you. You're selling it to someone for the right price, will buy it from you. So the reason you might, if you put a number too high here, there's 700,000 shares stocks. There's over 1,000 stocks that have this type of volume, and so that's why I look at that. The second is the thing I look at is the price. I put $15 here, so it has to be at least a minimum of $15 of the stock and a maximum of $50. If the price gets more 50, it seems like it's really high, so you're not going to buy very many shares. I don't know. I could think about going higher than that, but that's $50 per share is kind of a lot of money. And the reason I start at 15 instead of lower is I've just found that my program works with more stocks at $15 a share than say at $5 a share. If you get below $5 a share, they're getting into penny stocks. But like $10 shares, you can still find stocks at $10 a share that my stocks work with, but I've found that it doesn't work as good with it, and that's a whole other topic, But right now, that's where I do the volume. And now the custom script. On this, see, it says custom here. If you wanted to make a new custom script, you click this Add Study filter, and then it added this study, and you go down and it says custom at the bottom, and now you can add a condition. And the one I work with a lot is ATR, and this ATR is the price of this. If like look at a certain range, like a day, and you want to say what's the high and low of the day, that's called the range, the high minus the low. It's like the delta, how much does the stock change, and this comes up, the default is 14 days. So how much, what's the high 14-day low minus the 14-day high? That's this thing. And the reason what you want to do this is if you're looking at a day, how much does it change? Well, let's say it only changes a penny. Well, you're not going to be interested in it because you're not going to make any money selling a stock. But let's say it's 20 cents. Well, and you could think you can make 20 cents. There's a good chance you can make 20 cents and make a good profit. Well, that's what this thing's for. So you'd say, I would like to find, maybe put this down to a day. So I'm changing the length as a day, and I want to find, in one day I want to find a stock who has changes by a penny. No, I don't want penny. I want it to change by 20 cents. So I put 20 in there. But this is just an example. Like I said, I have the script that I can export from here, send an email to you, and then you would just import it, and then you'd have everything. I just wanted to explain what I was doing. So I'm going to cancel out this. I don't want to add this new study. I'm going to hit this exit. The second thing about scanning for stocks is this little field here. Right now it's set for week. So what this does is it looks over a week for the data, and what I'm trying my custom filter for. Now you can change it for let's say the day just started, and it's kind of hard to explain, but you had it for a day, and so you're scanning for a day, but let's say the day just started, and so let's say you're looking for volume, but since the day just started, not much shares have traded compared to the whole day, so you're not going to get very many stocks. So if you have this value set for a day or less than a day, let's just try it. Like right now I have 39 stocks. I switched it from 1 week to 10 minutes, and it didn't find any symbols because I'm just looking for too short of a period of time. So if I put it to day, hit the scan button again, now I found 14 stocks. Now if I set it to a week and scan, now I got 39 stocks. So you can see why this is important. If you set it too low, you're not going to get anything. Also, if you want to do day trading, and you want to scan for, if you want to do after-hour trading, and you have it set for 1 week, by golly, you're not going to get stocks that are trading that day. So if you get it here at 6 in the morning before the market opens, and you have it at 1, anyway, so you would probably go more like 4 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour, and then you'd have to change these things for volume and the price and stuff, so you could get some data. But we're not. This video is not to tell you how to scan for after-hours stocks. If you wanted to scan for after-hours stocks, you'd have to change this. Let's look at the custom filter. There's basically two sections. This section finds cyclical stocks. This section finds that actual true range. In other words, how much the price of the stock changes over a period of time. And it's not, this isn't 3 cents, it's 3%. I normally like something like 6%. So what that means is if you didn't have a percentage here, then it's just hard to explain it. If you're looking for $10 stocks and you have 5 cents, that would be a 5% interest. But if you're looking for $100 stocks and it only changed about 5 cents, let's see. 5 cents for a $100 stock is a lot. You're not going to make much profit compared to that. So, anyway, that's a percent right there. You're looking for stocks that can give you 5% return. The second one is cyclical value, and it's basically looking at the average price. You're looking at simple moving average is what they call it in the stock world. So you're looking at simple moving average over a long time, and then a simple move, in this case 35 days, and then a simple moving average over a short time, which is in this case 7 days. So what you're doing is what this formula does is basically says, hey, is the near term 7-day average, close to the long term? If that's true, then the stock is going back, is relatively changing cyclically within a small band, relatively small band. And what that means is you can look back in time and make some resistance lines, because the way I trade is with resistance line. Everybody trades with resistance lines in day trading type stuff and swing trading type stuff. So in order to have for resistance lines to work, you have to have a look back at the last few days, and if the stock prices if the price of the stock exists in the last few days, you can draw resistance lines. But let's say you had a stock that's going up and up and up and up, and then you look back in time, there isn't going to be any price of stock back there, so you can't make resistance lines. So you want to, if you make stocks that are kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down over a certain period of time, you can make resistance line to help you trade better. So that's what this one's about. Okay, so as examples, see, we got 39 here. Now we got 21. What did I do? I think if you remember, I changed it to 5%. If I change it back to 3%, change it back and scan. See, now I got 39. So you can play with those. And the goal is to try to get something like 20 to 40 stocks here, right? Because you got to go through here and find things that matches. Let's say that you really wanted to have a 5% stocks to give you 5% return. Put 5 in there, right? And you scan, and now you only get 20. So if you want increase this more, instead of 700,000, you like the price range, and you like how much it changed, like that the custom scan. So now you have to change, but you still want to get more. You want to have 40 here. You can change another variable. It changes to 400,000. That's as low as I would go. And now when you scan, you should be able to find more stocks. Yeah, see, I got 10 more stocks. Okay, does that make sense? But I feel comfortable more like 700,000. So what I might do is come back in here. I like 5. I might change this thing here to 3. So stocks that are less cyclical, or maybe make it 4. Let's see if I can get it results over. Yeah, see that? So that's one, you can play with that and make it better. Alright, well that's the end of this video. I know it's fast. I think this is about 10 minutes long. Bye.